Hello, my name's Christelene and I'm a professional athlete. I actually started my journey with Heidi during lockdown, and I signed up for a female world summit, and I remember she was one of the first people that spoke on the first day, if I remember correctly. And I remember just thinking to myself, what on earth is she saying? Like, not in a way that it didn't make sense, but it resonated with me, and not my mind, like in my heart. And I just knew that I had to sign up for a course with this lady. And on the Female World Summit, they have these like little boxes that come up that you can sign up for their courses after they spoke or while they're speaking. And I remember being so keen. I was like ready with my finger on the button. I was like, if this thing pops up, I'm in. So that was pretty cool. Listen to her. And I've never tapped into personal development because I always thought, like I can run my own life. It's cool. And I obviously got to a point in lockdown where I was in a really bad space of my job wasn't fulfilling me, to the point where I think I even said to Heidi, like, my passion is not my purpose anymore. And it's really weird because I've worked for 10 years plus, even almost 15 years to get where I am with my sport, representing my country, and here I am, I'm not enjoying what I'm doing. And now it was really hard. I couldn't wrap my head around it. And I remember signing up for the course, and after a couple of weeks settling into the course, I was like, okay, I'm going to pluck up the courage to message her personally. I remember sending her a message being like, I'm just going to be brutally honest with her from the beginning. And I was like, listen, Heidi, I thought I had my ducks in a row, and I now realize that I do not have my ducks in a row. Her communication was so comfortable, so open, so welcoming, and that really made me feel at ease straight away to be like, okay, this is the right lady to work with. Not long after, we had a discovery call where we just got to know each other, talked a little bit. It was such a conversation that there was just so much flow. It wasn't like, tell me about your life type of conversation. It was so relaxed. And after that call, we set up some meeting times, and it kind of went from there. But what I really want to tell you guys is that it's like a couple of things really that has really changed my life, and I'm still working with Heidi now. But the first thing was for us to declutter my life, and she does that by going into your purpose, and your vision, and what do you want, like what you have in your life now, but what kind of life do you want, and like what do you not want in your life. And one of my big things that I didn't want in my life is like stress, and so much, it was just like push the whole time. Work, and in sport, for me, that's probably where I got it from. It's just like, what's the next goal, as soon as you tick this like one, you never celebrate the small wins. You're always like, well, it's not enough, because if I rest, someone else is doing something, and it's very much a sport world mindset. And I remember just thinking, I'm exhausted. I told her, I'm exhausted. I'm loving lockdown, and I don't know why. It's just my time to rest, and I'm enjoying it. And she just said a couple of things. We started tapping into what's my limitations, what's holding me back, why am I so frustrated the whole time. We actually pinpointed that I might have reached burnout probably a few years ago, but I kind of crushed it with my training, my high intensity training. So every time I felt anxious or anything like that, I just used to go train, because that's my outlet. My outlet has always been, I go for a run, or I lift some weights, or I really like just go and sweat it out. And it's been so weird in lockdown, I can't do it, and all these things started surfacing. Like, I woke up anxious, and like, it just went on for quite a while, like lack of sleep, restless, exhausted at the same time, can't switch off. And for Heidi to just take that and almost mold it like a potter, like almost molded it and just painted me this beautiful picture of, this is why I'm here, this is why I tapped into her, because I've got to a place of burnout, of I'm ready for change. And I was super ready for change, like without realizing. I was like super ready for a different direction, and to just like tip the point and just rest. And it's actually one of my values now. It's on my phone. It's like big rest. I remind myself to rest every day. And Heidi did that for me. She mapped out where my problem areas were in spaces that I didn't even realize, which is pretty cool. because we're so stubborn as well. We never want to realize where we're, you know, like frustration levels, or you know, kind of like putting yourself on a pedestal sometimes when you speak to people, and those are kind of like some of my things. I was like, I do it, and why do I do it? And it comes from a place of frustration, which comes from this area here back then, and you know, like tapping into all of that, she creates this new space and vision for you and for your life that you can just like grow. There's so much opportunity there. So that's like the number one thing, where Heidi declutters your life and she opens up this whole new perspective, and she facilitates you almost. She doesn't do it for you because you have to do the work yourself, but she gives you the tools and helps you to go from what you want, what you have now, to what you want in the future and how to get there. And also, one of the big epiphanies was that you're allowed to have it. It's there for the taking. It sounds silly because I feel silly saying it, but I was like, oh, like we can actually have whatever we want, but we just have these weird limiting beliefs for like what money means to you, what wealth means to you, and are you scared of having it if you're worthy of it? And I've never thought of money like that. So that's another area that we're also tapping into. Very interesting stuff. So I will probably geek out about it a little bit. And I didn't realize that I had so many experiences that affected me and my beliefs about life, about relationships, friendships, about wealth and money. Loads of things that I wrote down. I was like, whoa, I didn't realize I had so much to say about all of these topics. You have these emotional attachments to these stories, but on the next side, the love letters, you get to open it up and go, well, actually what I've learned from it is XYZ, and I will take these lessons, and these lessons will teach me, you know, XYZ in the future, which actually rewires your thinking about your experiences from victim to, actually this is going to make me a better person. It's going to give me a lot more empathy for people in those situations, and understanding and patience, and it just creates a whole new picture of looking at life, which has been amazing. And then I got rid of all this resentment in me, and things that limit me and hold me back, and then the world, God, or whatever you believe in, just drops it into my lap with a guy that I've met once before, and he's just willing to give me a job that allows me to move out and gives me financial freedom as well at the same time. And I could just not believe it. I still can't believe it. You can probably see it on my face. And then an hour into that journey, when we met the other people, I met 2 other people who are potentials for me to work with in the future. And we've just connected these dots. And even on the course with Heidi, I met another lady called Lisa who's in Ireland, and we can connect on a leadership level in sport, like empowering women, and everything all of a sudden, after me letting go of all that resentment and all those things that I was used as excuses in my life, like, oh, I can't do this because of this, and I can't be with this person because of this, and I've just had so many limiting beliefs, and it just opened up this whole new world, and all of a sudden things just came and fell into my lap, and I have nothing else to say apart from I'm so grateful. She was like, that's how it works. If you want to make a massive shift in the world, some stuff will come up, and you just need to push through and make it happen. And what you put out to the world will give back to you. And changing my mindset and my relationship to money, am I worthy of wealth? What I want in my life, can I have it? Everything changed. Everything changed within a week. And within a day, I have someone who will pay me more than half my salary as a part-time job, so I can move out of my working environment, so I can thrive at work, and be the best version of myself. And everything, all the puzzle pieces have just fallen into place. Hi, my name is Christelene, and I have been part of Heidi's Holistic Program. The tools that she has delivered in this program are off the charts. I don't think I've ever experienced a program where it was so thoroughly done, and the understanding that I got from, or the group got from each module, from how to question your clients, how to set up questionnaires to get to know them first before you know if you can actually help them, to getting them all the way to the other side. So in the training, I really got to tap into that, what that would look like, what kind of coach I would be, how I would approach athletes, and it even went down to what kind of vocab would put athletes off straight away. How do you show up when you walk into a room with athletes who already don't want to show vulnerability, and now you walk in as a mindset coach? We went into all of the detail in how to show up, how to vocalize yourself, or what vocabulary to use, and that was really helpful. And that is most likely, or the area that I feel massively confident in after this course with Heidi. The third thing that has been amazing is that this course had coaching buddies, and I had an amazing coaching buddy, a super intelligent woman, and just to be able to take what you've learned in the week, video calls, and to be able to coach someone on that, like what powerful questions to ask if someone's giving you a story or an experience of theirs. What questions do you ask to get them to really tell you the truth and the whole truth? And there's multiple examples like that where the coaching buddy has come in helpful. I think that's something that I've also never experienced in a course, and it gives you the practical confidence to then go out and start your course and be confident in how to go through your process with your client. I would say also that not only did I learn how to step into a coaching role with all the right tools and confidence, it has changed me as a person, as a human. I got to know a lot about myself via learning how to coach people, learning how to understand people, how to be patient, how to listen. And for me, that I've actually taken away from the mindset coaching into my own life, into my friendships, my family, my relationships, and the tools are absolutely invaluable that I have taken away from this holistic program to be able to be the best version of myself. What kind of questions to ask, what kind of things to pick up on in my own life, and also how to put processes in place to eliminate unhelpful thoughts, behaviors, and it's actually changed my relationships with my friends and my family, and lots of people around me, even in my work environment. And you cannot put a price on that. It's absolutely crazy how it has transformed different sections of my life.